Hello everyone and welcome to the very first Meet the Mun from HawkseyeRiza. I'm HawkseyeRiza and this is your video. First off, several of you requested that it be in cosplay, so here's my Riza Hawkeye cosplay. Zoom out for you just a little bit. Ta-da! I've been cosplaying Riza for about 2 years now. I've specifically obviously done my hair and tailored my uniform. I've actually made a uniform, but it didn't turn out too well, so this one's actually bought. And it's a fun cosplay. I get a lot of recognition from it throughout the Houston cosplay group and a little bit into the Dallas cosplay groups. It's a lot of fun. So that answers kind of the first question, which was how I got into playing Riza. I started my blog as a extension of my cosplay, wanting to flesh out the character a bit more, have a little bit of fun with her. I'm going to be answering a few questions not in the order I received them, and I'm going to rush through this because of YouTube time limits. So, anyway, I'm going to go into this real quick. Like I said, I decided to cosplay Riza, and I decided to blog as Riza because of cosplaying her. Someone asked, why am I so awesome? Thanks. I appreciate that. I don't even know how to answer that question. I blog who I am. I don't change anything. I don't try to pretend to be someone I'm not. I stick to my standards. Riza sticks to hers. And there's nothing much more to it. It's who I am. I'm unapologetic. What's my favorite book series and why? And what's my favorite movie and movie series and why? Tolkien. Love Tolkien. Always have. Anne McCaffrey as well. Is one of my favorite authors. Her Pern series as well as her lesser-known Acorna series, which is amazing. And also several of her side stories. The Rowan is one of my favorites. Favorite movie? Princess Bride. Hands down. No arguments. What do I want to do for a living? Well, actually, I already do for a living. I'm a manager, an assistant manager rather, at a teacher supply store. So I have a lot of fun. I work retail. It's what I love to do. I'd love to be a voice actress. I do a lot of fun voices and have actually had a couple auditions with Funimation. I also do a lot of online voice acting. When did I start with the series and with what? Manga 03 Brotherhood. I started with 03 anime about 2 years ago. And someone just told me I needed to watch it, so I did. Watched it, watched Shambhala, it was okay, and then I watched Brotherhood, and was hooked for life. Whenever anyone asks what anime they should watch, I tell them Fullmetal Alchemist, either one. Doesn't matter which one you watch, just go read the story with the manga. It is literally one of the best animes of all time. Someone asked me out of character, what's the worst injury I've ever gotten? I can show you right now. It's kind of hard to see. You can see the scar a little bit. I had my finger just about cut off when I was 1 year old. Stroller collapsed on me. Lots of fun. This finger is actually shorter than the ring finger on this hand. Someone asked me to tell a little bit about my past. Well, I'm the oldest of 6 kids. My dad's a pastor. I still live at home, even though I'm 25 years old, mainly because it's cheaper. And I don't see a reason to leave home when I can live here and with my family, watching my siblings grow up. There's no reason. I've lived all over the country: Virginia, Louisiana, Minnesota, Texas, which is where I am now. I'm in the Houston area. My dad's been a missionary, and now he's a pastor, so we've traveled around a little bit. He was Navy before that. But I've lived down here for almost 13 years now. So, love the Houston area. It's great. And Dallas. Dallas is my second home. People asking me about ships. What made me ship Huza? Thank you for using my pet name for it. And there had to be an interesting story behind it. Yeah, there's an interesting story. I started shipping Huza out of a joke. LtColonelDaddy and I are really, really, really good friends. I consider her one of my best friends. And she and I started on Tumblr with our Roy cosplay friend. She actually cosplays Hughes. And we started on Tumblr as kind of an excuse to get to know our characters a little bit better. And we were playing War Makes Monsters of Us All was the name of the thread. And our Roy just really isn't into Tumblr. I mean, it's not his thing. It's okay, we understand. But we needed a Roy. So in absence of any Roys, we decided for crack, just to start shipping Hughes up. Why not? And we started playing with it a little bit on Skype, and then realized one day it would work. It really honestly would work. And so we messed around with it a little bit more. We focused on different areas of it. We made sure that nothing we did would mess with the integrity of the story of Fullmetal Alchemist. And one of the ways that we did that was by giving Gracia to Roy. Because Roy needs someone. He needs a wife, he needs a girlfriend, he needs a Riza. And Gracia is strong enough to be that steady hand for him. That, and we thought Roy would make an adorable dad. So, the thing that we do with Yuza, though, is we're very careful, we're very cautious, make sure we plot everything out, and make sure that we are careful to keep it real, which is why we started out with them just being friends, and then slowly moved into them being more than friends, and now, of course, with them being boyfriend, girlfriend, and, you know, being all adorable together. It's very difficult with them because they are such private people. Even though Hughes wears this mask of excitability and craziness, he's actually a very private person, and so is she. They don't become vulnerable, except with each other. So, last question is, what is my other favorite ships besides Roy and Huza? That would probably be Havoc Rebecca. I love that ship. It's adorable. I'll ship that forever. Also Edwin and Almay, because, you know, cute, adorable. Outside of the Fullmetal Alchemist verse, I love Spirit and Kami. It's canon, it's adorable, it's super sweet, and then they have their issues, and it's sad. I maybe might blog as Kami-Albarn, and I have two different spirits that I play with, and in one she becomes a very bitter woman at him for cheating, and in another one he didn't cheat, and she comes back to him, and it's ridiculously sweet, and they've got another kid, and all my feels. Very OTP. I go on forever about that, but I'm running out of time on this video. So, top 5 blogs for you to go follow. LtColonelDaddy, MyGlovesBurnForYou. Love their 03 Roy. It's absolutely hysterical and makes me smile all the time. Private Rivers, one of the best OCs in the FMA verse. She was one of my first OC followers. I love her to bits. ColonelKingPiece is a great Roy. Plays Roy with me. Makes me very, very happy. Dolcetters, TheSnakeChimera. I could just keep listing names forever and ever and ever. I'm just going to end there. And I'll also link to my other blogs. I've got 2 other blogs. I've got Kami-Albarn, and I've got HumphriesAlan from Soul Eater and Black Butler, respectively. Also in the Soul Eater verse, go follow GodSpearAsgeirr, a very good OC who I have a lot of fun playing with as Kami. Anyway, I can keep going forever and ever and ever, but I'm running out of time because YouTube time limits, so I'm going to sign off and say thank you, all of you, all 150 of you. You're amazing. I love every one of you, and I had no idea that any of you would even want to follow my little cosplay turned roleplay blog. So, somebody asked, I'm sorry, I missed a question, how do you write such long posts? Like this. Frantically, never stopping, always writing as fast as I can. Describe the sentences, describe the situations. I could talk for hours on that. Come back into my Ask Voxanon because I'm running out of time, and I love you, and I will answer that question for you personally, I promise. The #1 answer to the question of long posts: don't stop writing. Don't ever stop. And don't blink.